Have you guys ever rocked up to someone's profile and found something that you really like about them, connected to it, and then continued to binge watch all their YouTube videos, go deep into the Instagram, and read every single blog that they've ever put out? I know that I'm that psycho, and that's why today I want to talk about why it's so important to have binge-worthy content on your channels when you're building your personal brand. Hey guys, my name's Luke Sato. I'm a photographer here in Brisbane, and today I want to talk to you about why it's so important to have binge-worthy content in your personal brand so that when people rock up to your page, they can connect with you and really buy into your story. So first off, I want to talk about why you need it. If you don't have binge-worthy stuff or like a big catalog of stuff for people to connect to, they're not going to buy into you. How will they connect with you if you don't have anything for them to connect with? If you have like a couple of pictures and maybe like a half-assed reel talking about something and that's it, you can't expect someone to really buy into your own brand if you don't have a lot of stuff for them to buy into. So with this, I wanted to talk about a quick personal story that happened to me really recently that made me realize, holy, this lady has gone pretty deep into my content, and it's one of the reasons that she decided to book a photo shoot with me. So at the moment, as well as my commercial stuff, I'm running ads for personal branding, which is a lot to do with what we're talking about here. And as part of that is a photo shoot for people that are trying to build their personal brand, which is headshots, portraits, they're featured in magazines, that kind of thing. They can use their images for that. And I had this lady that booked me, and we were going through a process of like how we want her photo shoot to look, what we want the images to look like. And she said to me, oh, another thing we could do is like that on-camera flash thing you talked about in your blog. I saw that someone said that was stupid. That's wrong. I agree with you that on-camera flash is really cool. And as she's saying that, I'm like, man, I posted that halfway through last year. You must have gone deep and gone into the article to read that, to know that that's what I think, or that happened, and bring that up right now. And it really made me sit back and go, hey, people watch this stuff. People watch your videos. They do go deep in your website when you give them something to go deep onto. And given that I know that would have been the only thing that sold her on booking with me, but she would have gone through all my other blog posts, she would have gone through all my portfolios and gone, hey, I really connect with how this guy thinks and how we shoot stuff. I want to book with him. So people will go really deep on you. And I know for myself, I'm one of those crazy people. If I find like a photographer that I really like what he does or the way that he shoots, I will go to his Instagram page and literally like look at all of their pictures right back to the start. They have a YouTube, I'll go and just binge watch all their content. I'm trying to work out like, how do they shoot this thing? How do they think? What are the kind of clients that they work with? All this kind of stuff. And like, I really buy into that. I know I'm not the only crazy person that goes that deep. So I want to show you how I'm doing that with my personal brand, and maybe you can take something away from this that you can implement into your personal brand and help give people binge-worthy stuff. Let's jump on the computer. So I just want to start with first, you don't need to do this all at once. You pick like one platform and one medium and start there and get the repetitions in and make it feel natural that, okay, every week I'm doing this kind of thing. And you don't want to just go and try and do all of this all at once because it'll just be too much and too overwhelming. Because even now, like, I'm only just up to the continual YouTube videos phase. After that, I've already gone and done the blog post every week for the last 2 years. So the first thing that I started with is a blog post. And I've been posting a blog of what I'm shooting, different projects, client projects, personal work for the last, I think I started at the start of 2023. And it's been really successful. If you haven't watched my marketing video, go watch that one because this feeds into that. But people can go and look at all these different photo shoots that I've done, and some of the stuff isn't in my portfolio, some of it is. They can go into the complementing images, like there might not be a portfolio image, but it's an image that complements the story of the different stuff that I'm shooting. So along with that is your portfolios. Now, for me, I'm a big one of quality over quantity. So if you only got a handful of really good images, only have a handful of really good images. Don't just have some like 3 really good ones and the rest is crap. You want to have like all your most banger work. But if it just sits on a hard drive somewhere, It's no good to anyone. You need to get it out there, and people need to see it and be able to go through all your beautiful images, all the different stuff that you shoot. And so for me, like, I've got all my portrait work, and then because I also shoot different genres, I have all my sports work. Same thing. You want to make sure it's all there for people to go through and binge and connect. So we've got my portrait, sport, my travel stuff, food, all my motion work, and my women work. So they're really easy ones as a photographer. I don't know what it means for other people that has different genres, but you can see the kind of style that I'm going for. And that's probably the lowest hanging fruit, right? Like, you can take these images that are going in your portfolio and they're going on Instagram. So you may as well make a blog and put them into there and talk about what you're shooting. The next part is I have my YouTube. So YouTube is newish to me. I've been making videos since last year. I'm making videos that, they're not getting a super lot of traction at the moment, but when someone wants to connect with me and see the way I do things and want to go deeper into my work, there's heaps of videos here that they can go and connect with and see what I'm doing. And finally, like, another really obvious one is Instagram. That goes along with like the easy side of things of you're putting your portfolio somewhere, you may as well be on Instagram. It's very visual as a photographer, and it just makes total sense to be on here where people can come and binge all your awesome photographs. So when you're making this kind of content, there's usually 3 genres that it can fall into. You either want to educate, entertain, or inspire people. And that gets broken down any further. But typically when you're making a video like this one, this is an educational video, and maybe it's a little, if you're wanting to watch it just to binge watch something, it could be entertaining. But that's picking one of those categories, like how does it fit into one of them, and then creating the content around that. It's a really easy way to think about it. Now that can get broken down even further. It's like, okay, cool, we're gonna make an education one, or we're gonna make an inspirational one or something. You can either document what you do, how you've done it, and it's like your story. So that way it's, it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, you're just documenting what you're doing. And that's always stuff to do, like, because you're always doing something to further your business or whatever your goal is. It's a really easy one to give you content to do. You just literally video what you're doing. Next is a tutorial. So like this, where this is what has worked. Like, it's not like a theory anymore. It's like there's been genuine result of what has worked or what hasn't worked, and what the outcome of that has been. And then finally, this goes into the other 2 categories, but also just your personal thoughts. So this is something that's just, again, this is subjective, this one, not objective, of why you think this, why you have done something a certain way. It's something that people can connect with and go, oh, I think like that too, and see themselves in that content that might get them over the line if they want to book with you or follow you in your journey. So key things to think about with this too is it's going to take time. This isn't going to happen, like, you can't make binge-worthy stuff in a week. You make sure you commit for like 6 months into a year and doing it every single week or every single month. And if it's every week, you'll have 52 pieces of content that people can go and binge and watch or engage with. With that too, you have this content, and then it's an exponential curve, or like people aren't really watching, and some people might go like this really quick, or people aren't really watching or paying attention, but slowly more and more people, and then they send it to more people, and they send it to more people, and then it starts going like this. And this part, that could take half a year, it could take 10, but it's just that continual grinding through that is going to do it for you. I can't remember the stats, but like something like Mr. Beast made 400 YouTube videos before he went viral. Like 400. That's so much and so consistent. You look at any really successful or person that stands out of line, for the most part, it's because they've just done so much and given them people so much to buy into that's how they've done it, is that it's just taken a long time. And then finally, this is two parts to this. One, if at bare minimum, all you do is you just get better, then it's been worth it. Like every single time you do something, it's reps in the bank and you're improving, and that's enough reason to do it. A great side effect is people just may start paying attention to you. And the second part is, because you are better, your content gets better and people want to engage and want to consume it more because it's better content. That's something I can already see in the stuff that I make. Is it started off pretty average and it's just got better and better. And even now, I'm gonna look back in this in a year and go, man, you thought you were doing all right, but now they look even better, or you're offering even more value. So I hope you guys got value from that. Let me know what you're doing or what has worked when you're trying to build your personal brand and getting that binge-worthy content, and when that tipping point was for you and you went, how long did it take? I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.